So, okay, here comes the right wing. Kurt Schlichter on Twitter. I don't think we have to tolerate pedophiles because some a-hole shot up a gay bar. Frankly, a lot of people trying to convince us we need to tolerate pedophiles seem to be happy to use any excuse to silence our opposition.
I'm sure he had that take when it came to getting Roy Moore elected in the Senate in Alabama.
No,
right?
Look, the right wing loves pedophiles.
They love it.
And I'll explain that in a second. So then Tim Pool responds, because there's no end to the depravity of right wing media. He says, we shouldn't tolerate pedophiles grooming kids. Club Q had a grooming event.
How is it a grooming event? It's a drag show at a, mind your own goddamn business. There's no kids there. Consenting adults can do whatever the hell they please. They don't need your goddamn permission. Oh, do we need permission from grifters now to enjoy our adult lives? Is that what we need? I need permission from Beanie Boy Tim Pool to go to a drag show?
And by the way,
shut up and sit down, Tim. How about that? How about that? Always involved in everyone's personal life and personal business. Didn't say a peep when it came to Roy Moore fondling 13-year-old girls and molesting them. Not a peep, because it's all about political power. It's all about getting your guys elected into Congress. And don't give me any of that garbage about how, no, I'm not on the right, I'm not on the right. I just spew right-wing propaganda all day and all night. I'm not on the right. Shut up and sit down.
That. I'm not debating that. He's a monstrous right winger. He's a terrible, terrible person. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, look, on jaywalking, I'm progressive, but I think we should all gay people are pedophiles and groomers, and we should all attack them and just do all these horrible things so we can goad our lunatic audience. And yes, Tim Pool, Matt Walsh, Tucker Carlson, you all have lunatics in your audience, and you weaponize them, and you know it. I mean, look at him. I'll finish the tweet to be fair. How do we prevent the violence and stop the grooming? He says. Oh, in other words, well, I didn't quite like the way he murdered all those people, but hey, I really like the fact that he attacked these people that I'm calling groomers based on nothing. I mean, he said it. Club Q had a grooming event. He said, it's not a goddamn grooming event, you monster. Okay, so what is a drag queen? A drag queen is someone who dresses in a way you don't like. Are you insane? Are you insane? Why do you care how they dress? Why do you care? It has nothing to do with kids.
You should go.
Maybe we don't like the way you goddamn dress with your stupid dumb beanie, okay? So what is it? Oh, should we call you groomer, pedophile? And then say, oh, I know somebody should do something to stop Tim Pool. He's wearing a beanie. He's a monster. He probably molests little kids because of his stupid beanie. Okay, we don't do that because unlike you, we're not trying to get people killed. Unlike you, we're not monsters who are constantly attacking people who are gay and in the LGBTQ community. I'm sick of these right wingers. Look at it, they're almost celebrating it. I mean, he nearly brought goddamn pom-poms to the shooting.
Listen, if you have problems with men dressing as women or men dressing in drag, first thing I would do as a right winger is I'd clean my own room, okay? Why don't you go have a conversation with Steven Crowder, who never misses an opportunity to dress as a woman, which I have no problem with, but clearly he has an affinity for it. And you guys seem to think anyone who dresses in drag is somehow a groomer. So why don't you go have a conversation with your groomer buddy, Steven Crowder?
But the right wing are disproportionately groomers and pedophiles. So let's be super clear. I mean, let's talk about what do we know about the giant cases of pedophilia in this country. Number one is Catholic priests, one of the most conservative professions in America. Right wingers, Republicans, Catholic priests, and they're always constantly talking about, oh yeah, a Catholic priest said that Nancy Pelosi or Joe Biden couldn't have communion. Catholic priests are the best, they say. And meanwhile, they're the worst pedophiles in the entire country.
And the Boy Scouts, by the way.
Boy Scouts, they love the Boy Scouts.
Right wing compared to the Girl Scouts.
Nest of vipers and pedophiles and groomers, okay? And the right wing's like, yes, I love how they molest the little kids like that. Go get them, Boy Scouts, go get them, priests. Tell me I'm wrong. You guys love the Boy Scouts and Catholic priests. You never criticize them. Well, okay, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump says he's a great friend of mine. He said, I know he likes them young. He said, I know he likes them young. He said it.
Yep.
And he wished Ghislaine Maxwell well twice after she was arrested. The biggest groomer in American history. And as president from the podium, he's like, oh, I wish her well.
Yeah.
And Tim Pool, did you say, hey, Donald Trump is a monster who supports pedophiles and groomers?
Well, no, Donald Trump's his daddy, right? He's your daddy, right? Tim Pool, you love your daddy. Daddy can do no wrong. Daddy can go ahead and wish Ghislaine Maxwell and whoever he wants well, knowing full well that this woman was standing trial for literally grooming young girls and women to be molested and sexually assaulted and in some cases raped by Jeffrey Epstein. But your daddy is the one who wished Ghislaine Maxwell well, so that's okay. That's okay.
Biggest pedophiles in American politics: Dennis Hastert, former Republican Speaker of the House; Mark Foley, another Republican who tried to molest the kids who were interns and pages in Congress. And every step of the way, all the Republicans circle the wagons. Roy Moore, oh, our molesters are awesome, they say. Please vote for our molesters and our pedophiles, Republicans say. Republicans, you're guilty, okay? So, oh, you don't like it? Does that hurt your feelings? Meanwhile, you call gay people groomers nonstop, and you don't care about their feelings. Now they're doing another talking point. All teachers are groomers and pedophiles. Why? Because the teachers union gives money to Democrats. So they're trying to destroy the teachers union. So Joe Rogan does it, Tim Pool does it, every Republican politician does it, and then I'm supposed to care about your goddamned feelings as you encourage people to murder gay people day in and day out? He said it. He talked about how Club Q were groomers after they were massacred. The right wing are monsters. And I'll tell you right now, the #1 reason they constantly talk about pedophilia is because it's going through their heads. Nonstop, they're thinking about kids. I guarantee it. The reason Tim Pool wears a beanie is because he's trying to contain the pedophilia that's in his head. That's why he's always talking about it. He's seeing it everywhere. Why? Because he's projecting. Oh, Tim, did your feelings get hurt? You call everybody groomers and pedophiles, and you have no concern knowing full well there are lunatics who can't wait to murder them in your audience. You can't say that about me. Oh, I can. I don't know. I don't know that if you are. I do know you show all the signs of it. Two can play at that game.
Yeah, I mean, look, and keep going if you want to. Keep going, because you'll go after medical professionals, doctors, nurses. You'll go after teachers, you'll go after workers, all sorts of groups of people who have no power. And then elections roll around and you're like, wow, how did the Republicans underperform so significantly? Could it be that they spend all their time attacking hardworking people in this country? They spend all their time defaming in the worst possible ways innocent people in this country, because that's their bread and butter, Cenk. So, I mean, the projection point, I think, is a good point because we've seen it play out so many times with so many right-wing public figures. But the other possibility is this is Tim Pool's bread and butter. This is how he makes his money. This is what a small faction of rabid right-wing zealots eat up. This is what they want for dinner, and this is what they consume on media, and that's what Tim Pool and other goons like him provide.
Isn't it amazing that they attack teachers, doctors, scientists, and the average worker, saying their wages are too high? But they never attack bankers or corporate CEOs.
Not surprising at all. They work for the bankers and the corporations.
Wow, you guys are such populists because you dress like bums. Wow, you're so populist, okay? You're not populist. All you are is glorified
trash
fluffers of the powerful. Ironically, Tim Pool is on his knees every single day servicing corporate executives. Oh yeah, everybody hate the little guy, hate the average man. I'm such a populist because I hate gay people and black people and brown people, right? Oh yeah, but corporate CEOs, I love you guys. Have I done enough? No, you've never done enough. Get on your knees again, Tim. And Joe Rogan and Crowder and all of you, get on your goddamn knees for corporate executives that you serve with this goddamn hatred. But don't look at the real problem in the country. All those guys stealing your money through bribing all of our politicians, Republicans and Democrats. Don't look at that. Just focus on the culture wars and drive the hatred. Because Tim's getting paid and so are all the other monsters in the right wing. They're terrible human beings.